What do we miss?
Hey
Folks,
he
welcome
missed
back.
more,
Tonight we're
but
playing the
that
Expanse
you
tabletop
guys could
RPG.
fill him in.
I unfortunately missed the session again, so these guys are about to fill me in.
I think the one of the last things he did was
Yeah, I think I missed the very last session, and I missed like three sessions ago. So I was in the session before last, but I missed the previous last week's
Well,
session.
what's important is we were finally a step within range of chasing down whoever we're chasing down, and so they were going to ambush somebody for the proto molecule, and so we got there first, and we were able to get there soon enough that we were able to fight them off before they made their ambush move. We had our first ship to ship combat, and it went well. And before that, it was mostly another station that we were sort of figuring out stuff and finding out where this ambush was going to be. And they had a tracker on our ship. I can't remember how they tracked us.
They were going to ambush a smaller ship to take something off of that ship.
Yeah, that we thought it was going to be the proto molecule. We even got to it, and then it wasn't the proto molecule, right? It was
Martian power armor, I think, is what it turned out.
right, exactly. There you go. It was Martian power armor. Right.
Wait, so we have Martian power armor now?
Yeah, we probably
Awesome.
don't know how to use it, but we have it, and that's what counts.
I missed 3 sessions and everyone has power armor.
We're working on it.
Mm.
So yeah, the last thing I remember, I think we had just found out. We just investigated a space station that was being run by. It was like a relay for the Pyramid News Network, and then we went down onto the planet and went into a building or something.
Yeah, we fought a bunch of guys there and rescued the guy who'd send out the information about the proto molecule.
Right.
And got information from him.
Okay. And so who is you guys in the ship to ship combat? Who are we? Who are we after in that case? Was that after the news station?
Yes. I guess, is it Pope? The guy with the protomolecule guy was a big ship trying to ambush a smaller ship, which I guess they were Martian because they had Martian armor, or they were belters or something like that. And we, since we knew what was happening, we were able to rush in and attack the small ship and overpower them and steal the cargo. We thought it was going to be protomolecule, but it wasn't.
Awesome.
And then we got away before the big ship could get there.
Okay, great. So we should convince Pope that we have the proto molecule now, just to piss him off.
Abs. Whatever works, baby.
Wait, although I mean, doesn't Pope already have the proto molecule, or did I get confused?
I don't think we're sure.
Yeah, I don't know that we can convince them that we have it because they must have known what was on this ship since they were trying to ambush it. And I don't know if we want any more attention from this guy.
That's fair.
Stalking us the whole time, right?
What is a protomolecule?
Protomolecule is alien blue goo space unobtainium that has great plot implications in the show. In this setting, we don't really know what it does yet, except that it built. Are the gates there yet, Ahmed? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Or did the thing crash into Venus?
no gates yet. I think
They did crash into
Arrows
Venus, though.
crashed into
Oh,
Venus. Something's going on in Venus. Nothing has emerged yet from
Yeah.
there.
So this alien molecule infected the Eros asteroid, which is like the largest asteroid I think in the asteroid belt, and it had a space station on it. It killed a whole bunch of people, took over the station, and then flew the asteroid like a ship and crashed it into Venus. And nobody really knows what its deal is.
Mm. Gonna pretend I understand.
I nod and smile, as you do.
And just to be clear, we're just waiting on one more. I'm going to give him a few minutes before we start, but we have more than threshold, so we can,
Cool.
anytime. Just,
It is
give him
an odd deal.
5 minutes about. We'll see. I'm sure he'll be here.
Okay.
I'm a little bummed that I missed the space combat, but I'm sure there'll be others.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't miss the space combat.
Didn't I? No, I did. I mean, unless we're still in it.
Technically.
No. They're just starting the space combat.
Oh, awesome.
What? We're still.
You-
I thought we won this combat. I mean, the other ship is.
You never fought the Scrimshaw's on the way.
They don't want to fight us. We just saved them. They love us. They want to give us blowjobs.
These guys, you're right. These guys don't. These are the guys that you boarded and took the stuff from. And their ship's also disabled. You guys sent them spinning. These guys are a more powerful ship, much more formidable, and are en route. And that was the last. The whole thing about the time constraint that you guys had more to do with you getting on the ship and getting off before the other ship.
Are you
closed
saying
with
they don't know that they need to give us blowjobs?
Wait, what?
I'm really disappointed.
We haven't yet established ourselves as rulers of the universe, but we're working on it.
This is a day where I'm disappointed in you, Ahmed.
So the Scrimshaw is en route, but you guys are prepared for them instead of being. And also, you guys decided you opted for killing the smaller fish before the bigger fish showed up.
Right.
That was something you guys decided as a group instead of fighting the big fish and the small fish together or some other combination.
Did we?
Assuming that the small fish hurts the big fish, and then you fight a weaker big fish, but.
Do we have like damage or anything from fighting this other ship, or?
No, fortunately that ship did very little. Like, couldn't even get through your hull plating with its weapons. It's not powerful.
Awesome.
But the ship that's coming down the pipe right now is the season finale fight. I don't know. I think there's more. It's probably the mid-season fight, if you want to call it that.
The mini boss.
So this is where it's important to be a crew, and we're playing the combat properly, So we're gonna go through all the different kinds of things you can do in combat, and all the things to expect from the enemy as well, that sort of stuff. The ship is formidably, it's physically larger than yours as well, and it's equipped to the teeth, and it's got, it has all the stuff you'd expect. And but I won't say any more until we get started.
One other, Brother Blood, do you have a character yet?
Character?
Yeah.
Did mine die?
Oh, that's right. You're Casey. I forgot. Yeah, you're playing Casey, right?
That's exactly. That's what's funny about.
Don't mind me.
You were like, what?
There was no like.
You already forgot about me.
There was no like psycho axe murdering in the last like 2 sessions, so I got confused.
That's exactly. That's probably why you It was so quiet you forgot about him. But no, I guess I don't know exactly what the conditions are for Martian power armor, but I feel like one of you is going to be able to do it, right? And also, I believe Matt, Avon, you decided you wanted to work on putting it together and getting it functional, right?
Sure. Yes.
Was that the because I remember you mentioning that last session, so that'll be part of an interlude, we'll say, but clearly not this. It'll be, I guess, the next interlude that you'll be able to work on it.
Apparently, the trick to using Martian power armor is learning how not to crush everything that you touch.
It's also the same trick to being Superman.
Yep.
Is it broken?
No, it's in pieces.
So it's disassembled.
Yes, but it's not. It's not. It's like complicated. Like it's not something you're just gonna A B goes to B and B goes to C and it's working. No, there's a lot of like wires and connections and it's like it's not ready to go and it needs work.
There are stats for it on page 77 of the manual. I'm looking for rules to see if there's like any special requirements to
Yeah,
use
there's
it.
gonna
I
be
haven't
some
found
kind
that
of
yet.
deficiency, but it's also not far fetched because, like I said, there's three of you and he's also like a soldier that he couldn't acquire it or have had it on
Right.
some level training if he wants it. That is, which as the show goes, it's pretty cool stuff.
I wasn't here. I don't have any claim to it. I was just curious.
We're just thinking you might be the most qualified.
Yeah, the most compatible. Yeah. But I mean, but anybody's welcome to it if they would like to put their character towards that, of course.
Plus you have a habit of charging in first, so having like a huge like tank armor on your body is probably not the worst thing.
Melee combat is the superior form of combat, after all.
Whatever gets the job done.
Although you have to remember not to stay in the van.
I'm gonna need a bigger knife.
Right.
I'm gonna grab some chips real quick while we're waiting to get started.
Right on.
Did we gain any levels or anything?
No.
Yeah, your advancement. I think you guys are 3 now.
3. I have to remember how leveling up works.
Page 45 of the manual. Leveling improvements. Advancement, yeah. 3 fortune points per level. Advancement, spend 1 ability of your choice. Ability focus, talent improvement. Income and goals.
Alright.
Let me ping Ken.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. One sec. Okay, everybody. Welcome to session 9 of the Expanse and session 6 of Abzu's Bounty. Thank you all for being here to play. And we went through a short recap. More importantly, I think there was a potential assumption that there wasn't going to be a additional space battle, but now we are confirmed that their range is reflexive of yours. So in other words, when they're in long range, you're in long range, right?
Okay.
So that's a consideration. But for now, they're coming at you. Last time we rolled, we had the pilot was able to roll to potentially keep an enemy at bay if you want that as your strategy, or approach them more quickly, close with them if you want. So it really depends on what you guys want to do and how you want to approach this battle. So please discuss. The ship is coming right at you. We're gonna roll initiative.
Remind us, what do we have on board the ship in terms of like systems, guns, and things? Is it just PD?
The Anne Bonny sheet is where is it? Hang on.
Oh, is it in the journal?
It's somewhere here. So you use the sheet.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
You found it?
Thanks.
Oh, good. Yeah, I also have a sheet for the scrimshaw.
So presumably they're gonna try to catch up with us because they want what we have. So what we could do is start firing torpedoes early before they even get in range. And then they'll have to either fly into the torpedo or take a more circumlocutus route and let us get away.
Okay. Before we start, we have 2 new people, right?
Oh yeah. Matt and Ken.
Or new to me.
And do you know Andy? Have you played with Andy? I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the new player is Matt, isn't it?
Yes, that's me.
Matt and brother was playing I guess before. He should have been in the game with us, but his account got hacked. And then Ken, who is not here yet, and Ken is the pilot.
Okay.
That's
what
why.
is Matt's?
So we have Matt he's an engineer, but he can pick up stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I guess our pilot's not here, so somebody else has to roll.
Oh shit! Really, our pilot's not here. That is bad. Okay.
I'm not gonna handicap you guys heavily for that. We're gonna say Diana. Diana's like, I'm also a pilot, and she jumps into the pilot seat, and we'll have her roll for piloting.
Okay.
She does have a number of skills, so let me see here.
So does she roll initiative then?
Oh, good question. Who rolls initiative? I think you roll off the sheet. Let me see. No, there's not even anything about that. Yeah, I guess she'll roll initiative then. There, shit. Okay.
Just a smidgen.
Put it down for the purpose of a token, I guess. Scrimshaw crew member. Wait, what did I just do?
No, I was testing whether I could roll with
Sorry.
popped out mode. You're good.
I'm sorry, I'm just grabbing my sheets.
No problem.
There we go. Okay. Okay, so command is first, and we each, I think we do all this stuff at the same time. Determine the range between ships involved, and it falls either between long range, medium range, or close range. So we're gonna say we're starting off at long range, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Command. The character in command of the ship issues orders, determines how hard the crew can push themselves this turn, and what advantages the commander leadership grants.
DM, it feels like for sure that even though enemy of my enemy is my friend. We sort of did something to avoid these people getting ambushed. Does it feel like there's just no chance we can convince them not to fight?
Who? The crew of the Scrimshaw?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to try to communicate with the crew of the Scrimshaw?
I mean, do we want to be like all cards on the table crew? Like, look, we were trying to stop this. We got here because we found out this. I mean, that's it's putting up a lot, and maybe these are not the people to trust. You know, we could certainly prevail here. I have no doubt in our skill, but I don't know. What do you all think?
So we kill them all.
Kill them all. Let the proto molecule sort them out. Okay.
Yeah.
And we could try to get them to back off. I don't think we lose anything by trying that.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to rock the boat. I'm down. Whatever.
Okay, what's the play? What do we want to say to them, basically?
we are not your enemy. I mean, at its core, we are not your enemy. We, in fact, just saved you from these guys because of this, that, and the other thing, including a cargo that we think you might have. Although now we've been kind of told that it's not what we thought it was. But whatever.
I feel like.
Close enough.
Oh, you want to diplomatize? I thought you want to diplomatize with a big ship that's coming to take the cargo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can. These ambushing, carpetbagging bastards, we're gonna fuck them up, and we just saved them, right? We should.
Oh, but I thought that little ship was the other little ship was already disabled.
It is. It is.
Okay.
We disabled it last session. I just mean, or that it was here to ambush them for their cargo. Right? Am I saying that wrong, Ahmed?
I thought it was the other way around.
Okay. The other way
No, they
around.
got the you got the cargo from this ship, the dotted line. Right?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You
right.
you had a very fast engagement with the dotted line, and you popped her with your
Right.
PDCs, and you disabled it.
Right, and we boarded him, and we found it wasn't proto-molecule, it was the armor. And so that's what I'm saying. They were coming here, though. We thought they were coming here to ambush this ship. And so, I mean, technically, we kind of saved them from this ship, right? Kind of.
No, right. That was something that was said, but I don't think I was ever clear about what the relationship between these ships was.
Okay. All right, maybe.
But yes, it was. I don't know. Did you guys get the impression that this ship was ambushing this ship?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I could be wrong. Certainly.
No, it was this ship trying to ambush this ship.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Then I got it backwards. Sorry. Well, so this other ship is the ambushing bastards, and there's no reason to diplomatize with them, as you say.
Yeah, and this ship is not really it's in the picture, but it's also kind of not.
All right. I withdraw my conditions or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
Okay, Diana. I guess Diana will relinquish the ship's controls to Adam. We'll put Adam's sheet here as the pilot. So why don't you roll initiative, Adam?
Whoa,
All right.
bro! Get a haircut.
Yeah, let me add you. And get a haircut. All right, 16.
Ethan Rowe.
That's solid.
Yeah, your superior pilot turns the tide slightly. Okay, so now we're starting our command test. So, or rather, our command. At the start of each round of combat, character in command of the ship can make a TN11 communication leadership test. If successful, commander generates 1 stunt point, plus additional SP equal to the value of the drama die if the roll contains doubles, much like a stunt attack. So you can roll a command test and I'll do the same for the scrimshaw.
So who is the commander? Is it Adam?
I
Oh
think
no,
technically
no.
I am, but I'm not a great. I am not a great captain. It was not her
He
intention
keeps-
to become captain. I was
Okay.
sort of pushed into the role.
Okay, who has good communication? I have a 2.
Go ahead. That's better than me for sure.
okay. Is Russ are you giving Russ command
Okay.
of the ship?
Can I also do the electronic warfare stuff still or no?
Yeah, we're at the long range here, right? They're still at long range, so
No, but that's he's asking an important question. Hang on, let me see. I don't think it's gonna matter. Hang on. You can call out commands and also do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
It's not necessarily. There's a question of time, but there's the command thing is gonna be directing the group, so that way there's not a lot of floundering.
Okay, so
And B, unifying the group, so you just work together towards a goal rather than discuss 100 options. And then the second thing is going to be making the rolls for the command function of the combat.
okay, so my initial command, just role-playing wise, is spin everything up, kite away from them, and start firing torpedoes. I only rolled an 8 on my communication test.
Okay, so that means you do not generate that stunt point. But but still, you also are supposed to issue commands, which you just did.
Yep.
Which begin with maneuvers. So I'm gonna roll as well for my guy on my ship as well, because turnabout. Um. ah, I do generate a stomp point. Mmm, tasty. All right, and then I can use the command stunts listed available. I have one, so I can either do guidance or blinding maneuver. Grant +1 bonus to chosen ship combat test this round for each 1 SP you spend. Choose one of the following maneuver tests: electronic warfare test, evasion test, point defense test, damage control test. Blinding maneuver, you maneuver ship in such a way you blind your limited opponent's sensors. Each SP you spend reduces the opposing ship sensor score by 1 to a maximum score of -2 until the start of next round. That's what I'm going to do. Blinding maneuver. You can see that there's a barrage of code flying in your way that's creating like a little bit of a difficulty. So you'll get a -1 for your sensor stuff until the start of the next round as a result.
All right.
So now, no, go ahead. Did you want to add something?
I just said okay. That's all.
Okay. So maneuvers we're up to. They must be within range of each other's weapons. Ship combat at the longest range uses torpedoes. Medium range weapons like rail guns and we already know that. Changing range. In the maneuver phase, ships can shift their relative positions by 1 range band, moving from long to medium range, for example, or from short to medium range. If a ship wants to maintain distance between it and a pursuing attacker, roll an opposed dexterity piloting test between the two ships, with the smaller and therefore faster and more maneuverable ship getting a +1 bonus per size category smaller of the larger ship. Okay. Which means that I guess these ships they're comparable in size. So we're just going to roll a dexterity piloting. And that's going to be because I am trying to close with you. So I don't know if you're trying to close with me or we're trying to get within, but I am trying to get within at least medium range. Now the captain did say turn away. He said turn away and fire torpedoes and turn away. Which would mean that if we did a piloting test, you'd want to keep me at distance. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, was that what you meant, Russ?
Yep.
So I'm guessing like basically keep us in long range just long enough to fire torps and then turn and burn. That's my guessing, my interpretation.
Yeah.
All right.
So we want information too. We want to know why they're doing this, don't we?
Oh, we already know why they came after them. Because they thought these guys had the proto molecule.
Okay.
Right.
But we know that what they actually had was a suit of Martian armor. So now we grabbed the Martian armor, we're just turning and burning, since there's no point you get into a fist fight.
I
still want to fight.
I just have a feeling they're gonna outgun us up close, and I want to see what they have before we commit to a brawl.
Yeah, I think we want to keep them as far away as we can.
So we're bored.
Okay, well that was the opposite. You can always expect to get the opposite from brother, so that's his perspective. But in the end, I guess you're deferring the captain's orders, right?
Yeah.
So we roll versus each other, piloting.
Mm-hmm.
So my pilot's gonna roll versus yours.
And then that's that piloting. Wait. Come on. What's going on? Chase stunts.
Well, +2 for piloting. It's still not enough. So I got a 17 and I generated 5 stunt points. But it's actually these are combat. These are tests. I don't think this is going to generate stunt points. But you succeed at keeping me at bay. So I stay at long range. As you guys thrust away, you turn and burn, and you know they're beelining at you, but you manage to fire a pair of how many torpedoes? A torpedo?
We have 2.
We got what is it? We got 2 tubes, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, a pair of torpedoes just to keep them busy.
Is this something where we can like run out of ammo, kind of thing, or how do we?
Yes,
Yeah.
it has to be.
All right, cool.
Actually, it doesn't specify on my sheet. I'm not sure how to quantify that. Interesting. Okay, I guess we'll have to. Let's just see where it goes. We can just play and see where it goes. Play the thing and see if it makes sense. Okay, so a pilot high G maneuvering. A pilot has the option of going for a high G maneuver, adding a bonus from +1 to +6 to the maneuver test result, allowing the ship to shift up to 2 range bands. This put a strain on everyone on board the ship, however, requiring a Constitution stamina test with a target number of 8 and maneuver bonus. On a failure, the character suffers 1d6 penetrating damage per point of maneuver bonus. Just an FYI that is an option. So our next phase is electronic warfare.
Already?
Electronic warfare test equals 3d6 plus intelligence technology plus sensors versus target number 11. In order to effectively fight, a ship must be able to detect its opponents to target and outmaneuver them while working to fool their sensors and present as little of a target as possible. Roll an electronic warfare test for each ship involved in the combat. This is an opposed intelligence technology test plus the ship's sensor score against a target number of 11. Now I have a bonus to my sensors, and then
Let's see what the embodied sensors are. Sensors 1. Okay, so I got a 17.
Okay. But you get a -1 to that because of what I did earlier with my
Right, yes.
And now I'm gonna roll. But I guess I'm rolling the pilot's rolling. This is pilot's rolling. Intelligence. Oh, derp. I've been doing that wrong. Okay, but even with his bonuses, he does not beat you. But he does get over the target number. But the winner of the test gains a bonus equal to half the drama die rounded up, which can either be applied to all defensive actions or the target number to evade the winning ship's attacks that round. The character performing the electronic warfare test determines how the bonus is divided between the 2 options. So you won the test.
Okay, so I get a +2 bonus because I got a 4 in the drama die, and then I can apply it to either all defensive actions or the target number to evade the winning ship's attacks. What's the difference? What does that mean?
Well, we're gonna do the attack the next round. I think it's what it's doing is it's increasing our armor.
Okay, well, like what's the difference between a defensive action and evading an attack, though? I don't understand that.
All defensive actions or the target number to evade the winning ship's attacks that round.
Oh, basically, one of them would affect my roll to avoid the attack.
Oh, defensive actions are grapplers, point defense guns.
So it's increasing. It seems like it's increasing his TN because we're the winning ship, right? So it's increasing his TN to avoid our attacks. If we choose the offensive option.
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
I think I'm going to choose the offensive option if that's cool with you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Do it.
Okay, next phase. Weapon attacks. Each round, each of the ship's weapons within range can attack an available target designated by a crew member with weapons controls. Sensor-guided targeting and computer-controlled firing means weapon attack within a weapon's range automatically hits unless the target ship executes a defensive action to evade it. And that's where we get defensive stuff. And that's coming next. But first we need to do the attacks. Now, I'm not close enough to attack you.
Oh, great.
Your the opposed piloting check and your evasion keeping me outside and in this ring prevents me from using my weaponry.
Perfect.
Um,
So who's manning the torpedoes?
which means the torpedoes then we have to work on torpedoes. Long range weapons accelerate faster than the ship, becoming impossible to evade, can be shot down with PDCs. So that's what I'll be doing for defensive actions. A torpedo does 46 damage. Plasma torpedoes do 3d6, but I assume these are regular torpedoes. Does it specify?
The regular torpedoes or plasma torpedoes a thing in this game?
Unless it specifies on your sheet.
Okay, no, it just says torpedo tubes. It says 2 torpedo tubes, long range, 46 damage. Is that are we rolling for each tube, or is that 46 for both tubes?
I presume it's 40. It says a torpedo hit does 46 damage, so each torpedo is 46.
So we get 2 torpedoes then.
Yeah, and torpedoes have to accelerate towards their target using the firing ship's targeting and their own internal guidance systems. Torpedoes fired at close range reach target on the same round. At longer ranges, it takes a torpedo an additional round per range band. So at medium range, the torpedo reaches its target at step 4 of the following round. At long range, which is where we're at, it reaches its target in step 4, 2 rounds after launch.
Interesting. Okay, so hang on. So let me get a torpedo token.
And on the other hand, torpedoes fired at longer ranges are traveling faster when they reach their targets, making them more difficult or even impossible to evade. And see evasion under defensive actions. Torpedoes. Evading a torpedo actually increases in difficulty with range. As the torpedo accelerates to greater and greater speeds, at medium range the TN to evade a torpedo is 12 plus the attacking ship's sensors. At long range, ships cannot evade torpedoes and can only use point defense to shoot them down, as the torpedoes are moving too fast. If the ship doesn't have PDCs, it cannot defend itself against long-range torpedo attacks. Oh.
Wow, so it's an automatic hit at long range unless they shoot it down. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so these torpedoes are now here, right? Do you guys see these 2 tokens here that I put down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call those torpedoes. They're not the sexiest looking torpedoes, but they look like Star Trek torpedoes, actually.
Almost, yeah.
It says they're going to hit 2 rounds after launch, so I think they would start in our space, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the torpedoes are away, but we still don't have to defend. I don't have to defend towards them until they're in my square, because PDCs can only affect close range band anyway.
Yep.
Okay, so torpedoes are away, and the ship's like, "Oh, ship!" I'll move it over here. I presume it's not in targeting, in the theater of combat. So you guys fire torpedoes, turn away, and we're gonna say if you turn away, then that puts the scrimshaw like down here actually, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
To your ship's positioning, right?
Okay.
Yeah. They'd be like right about here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just flipping them around and stuff. Okay. So torpedoes are away. You guys are flying. Since I don't need to evade yet, uh, once attacks are declared, targeted ships can take defense actions. There are two ways to defend against incoming weapon attacks: evasion and point defense. A ship can do both during a round. Targeted ship's pilot can make a dexterity piloting test to maneuver the ship out of the path of a weapon attack. Evading a torpedo actually increases the difficulties range, which you just read this. 12 plus the attacking ship sensors. And then finally,
So that's probably it for this round because there's nothing in range from either side, right?
yeah, I don't think so. Correct. Yeah, I was just clearing that. I was trying to figure out if there was anything else. Oh, no ships damaged. Yeah. No, here we are. So we're back to now we're the top of the second round, right? Yeah, rolling initiative doesn't make sense because there's no initiative. You just play it together.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're back up to command.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Okay, communication.
All right, keep at it. Good work. I still didn't make it. Barton's like trying to be encouraging. He's like, "Yeah, good job, good job."
Yeah, but neither did the other captain.
Hmm.
So let's see. They're going to give chase, and they're going to try to shoot down your torpedoes as well. And yeah, we move on to maneuvers.
All right. Piloting. Here we go.
Another great roll.
Hmm.
Man, we crushed them.
Okay, what are you trying to do? Fly away?
More of the
We're
same.
flying away. We're
We're flying
burning.
away. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's gonna put him down here somewhere.
Mhm.
Um,
Mm.
can't turn it down there. It's weird.
All right, electronic warfare then, right?
Yeah.
Uh, 19 and 5 stun points. I guess it's a plus. Is it rounded up or down? It's rounded up, so. They can't shoot down the torpedoes still this round, so the bonus.
7, 8. It gets a 9, but that's still not enough.
Okay.
Mm.
I think at this point it doesn't actually matter what I use the bonus on. I'm gonna raise their TN, but I don't think it makes a difference this round. And then we gotta fire more torpedoes.
Okay. Okay, so that was electronic warfare, weapon attacks. Going to fire my railgun at one of these torpedoes.
Oh, you can do that? Okay. Well, then it's plus 2
I
TN,
presume
or
I
plus
can.
3 TN for that.
Okay.
Can you? I mean,
Are useful out to medium range. A railgun attack can be made against a target in the gun's firing arc. That's, I mean, uh, It says only PDCs though, that it can be shot down with PDCs.
Is it like a turret or is it a spinal mount?
Oh, no, it's just it's on the front of the ship.
Okay. Because that means they'd have to orient the whole ship to point towards a missile, which personally I think it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay, so that's fine.
It really depends on which faction it is. Like I know the Martians, they can aim their railguns, but I'm not sure if Earth ships could do that. It might be like similar to Halo, where it's spinal mounted.
I'm sure.
Okay. So it's not gonna fire. Okay, so what's next here?
Yes, we need another 2 torpedo tokens. Alright, and I think that's it for round 2. Now it gets interesting.
Okay. Let's see. These both move up, right? It's like this.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this thing's gonna have to take evasive maneuvers, so I presume. Well, we'll get to that. Hang on. Let's go back to the top command.
Okay. I succeeded this time, so I just get the 1 stun point.
I succeeded as well.
I am going to do a blinding maneuver, give them -1 to their sensors.
Let me see. What do I get? I get 4?
You get.
Let me see.
So you actually get 6 stun points. Or. Yeah. Unless that was from the previous round, but I think that was this round.
Evasive action. Okay, I'm gonna get plus 2d6 hull bonus to my ship for resisting damage
Probably a good call.
from torpedoes. Okay. I'm gonna double up on that. Alright, moving forward. Maneuvers.
Alright, you were.
Piloting post.
Yep.
Even though I clearly have, very different concerns, worries, I still roll.
Oh, what even?
Oh! We're tied.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I guess we roll again.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, are you keeping your distance?
I'm pulling us away.
Oh, so you're just trying to leave. Okay. Excellent. Maneuvers. Electronic warfare.
Already. 17.
15.
All right, so I gain +3, and I'm going to use it to increase their defense TN.
Okay. All right, here we go. Weapon attacks, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Those
you guys
PD
roll for those torpedoes. I'm gonna fire my PDCs. Actually, yeah, let me do that first, right?
Yeah, so the torpedoes at this range automatically hit, unless
Right.
they get hit it with a PDC.
Right.
Mhm.
So what's the TN of your torpedoes is what right now?
Then I don't know. Let's see. Point defense, 3-6 plus sensors versus TN10 plus the attacking ship sensors. So our sensors would be 1, so it'd be TN11 plus 3 for my jamming. So it'd be 14, yeah.
Okay. So let's roll. Point defense test 3d6.
Yeah, 3d6 plus their sensor rating.
Mhm. Versus TN of 10 plus attacking ship sensors plus
Right.
the penalty.
Right, which is 14.
Well, I kind of want the thing to roll it, but I don't have that button. Hang on. I guess can I roll that? Nope.
You just
That's
Yeah,
not a
just
button.
just do a /R 3d6 plus.
+1, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but hang on. Well, you already did it. Somebody did it for me.
no, I was trying to show you the syntax of the command. I mean, you can use that roll if you want.
Oh yeah, no, I'll use that roll. That's fine.
Okay,
So,
torpedo hits the ship then.
That is a the sensor bonus was advanced sensor package. Okay, but okay, so that was a 12, but the TN was what 14.
Yeah. If it has
So
a bigger sensor rating, then you would add that whatever the additional. I rolled
Right,
+1
right.
because that's our ship.
So then you roll damage for the torpedoes because I'm unable to. My point defense cannons are unable to destroy them.
I feel like
So now
somebody.
you roll attack damage equals weapon type dice roll.
Alright.
So it's a 46.
All right. That's horrible. And oh, there were 2 torpedoes, so I guess you got roll. Do you have to roll
Yeah.
for each of them, or? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Second one.
So 27. So now I have to roll for the hull, which is currently 36.
Did you want me to roll again for the second torpedo?
What?
To shoot it down, I mean.
Okay, so oh, I see what you're saying. Like, right, I should be rolling PDCs for each of them, right?
I think so.
So yeah, let me roll. Right, let me roll for that one. 3d6 plus 1, 7. So that's failure as well.
Nice.
However, I rolled a 14 for my hull. You guys rolled a 27 in damage for the 2 torpedoes.
Mhm.
As I'm gonna say they glance because you might destroy the ship actually. Hang on. 27, 14. So that's 13 points of damage on my ship. So now I have to look at losses. I have to clear that 13 points of damage using losses because I was unable to deflect it using defensive actions. Actually, hang on. I can evade as well, I think. Evasion. You can do an evasion test as well.
You can't evade torpedoes at long range, it said.
Oh, it did say that. Derp, derp. That's what
Yeah, but
evading is.
did you add the extra dice from your hull for the stunt that you did earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
That was what equaled the 14 actually, because at 3 it should have only been a d6. In other words, you probably have destroyed me pretty quickly. And also, I've hull plating. I have an additional +1, so it's 15. But that still leaves 12 points of damage that I have to take in losses. The ship may suffer 1 or 2 losses to further reduce damage. One loss reduces damage by 1d6 and imposes 2 loss conditions. So I'll take a loss. which is an RD6, which is not enough to clear 12, or, even it reduces it to 11. I take 2 things, so damage to hull -1 and maneuverability, let's say -1. And I have to choose the same condition twice. And my reactor. Hang on, I have to roll 2d6. Okay, so that's 5. Which reduces me to 6. Wait. Reduces me to 6, right. But it still is not enough to clear. I take additional losses, and my reactors are offline. My ship is considered taken out.
I wonder if the.
So congratulations.
So I'm wondering if the torpedo hits.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm wondering if the torpedo hits should be resolved. The damage should be resolved separately though, like rolling hull against each one instead of totaling them. So otherwise, it seems extremely deadly to me.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. Let's do it that way. So then this first round will be considered the first number gets deflected entirely. That first torpedo does no damage. The ship is able to glance. It turns, the torpedo explodes near but does not damage it because of the additional hull bonuses that it's so then I have to roll versus 20 now because each one will be resolved separately, right?
Yeah. I think that makes more sense anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have an 8, and so that leaves you 14, which is almost the same for the
Right.
Wait, if 14? No, that's not 14. That's 12. It's a little bit less, but still, if I take I wouldn't. I'd have to roll them before I took the losses, right? They're rolled separate, but I have to roll them before I take losses and then roll losses, right? Or no, I do losses for each one. Yeah, I do losses for each one. So in the first one, I had no losses, but if I count the ones that I just rolled, the 1 and the 4, then I still would have taken 5 damage, cleared 5 damage from the remaining 12. And that still would leave me with a balance of 7 that I would not have cleared, and will therefore still render the ship taken out. That's a lot of damage from 2 torpedoes. Even just 2 torpedoes clearly are very powerful.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the other 2, I'm gonna say they're definitely gonna hit the ship as well. And if the reactor's offline, they destroy the ship entirely. So.
Oh.
The ship pops. It just.
Should we terminate the torpedoes early to spare their lives? What do you guys think?
Actually, no. Hang on. The reactor's offline, but the PDC still may be able to shoot down those torpedoes. So let's do that. Let me do the PDC test. What was this? It was target number was 14.
Yeah.
I guess I'd have to roll electronic warfare again to see what the number is. Hold on.
Yeah.
So it'll be 14 again.
14. So I just rolled a 6 that time. And then the other torpedo.
It's gonna be the same number.
Oh, okay. So it actually one of the PDCs destroy one of the other 2 torpedoes. So one of them actually gets destroyed. And it turned into a giant and flew away. So that one gets destroyed. The other one is still going to hit it.
Alright.
And so then you roll damage for that. Yeah, 16. Now I roll with my additional bonuses that I incurred for the round, I guess. 3d6. 10. So That leaves 6. That leaves me at 1. And after I suffer a loss, additionally after that, if damage I imagine, yeah, no, the ship can't survive that. It blows after it gets hit by that one. That last one puts it over the edge and destroys the ship. It does overwhelming amounts of damage.
Nice flying.
Yeah, you guys fly away. Diana high fives you guys. She says, "Well done." And she sits back down at your controls. And at this point,
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Is that to make us afraid?
at this point,
Oh, dude.
you see that. She says, "Okay, well, then get me to Mars." She says,
Alright.
"I think we're done here."
alright. Captain, we good to go for Mars?
Yep, bring us around.
All right.
Okay, well, you guys begin to head for Mars, and let's see here.
All right, everybody, strap yourselves in. Prepare for the juice.
Yeah, give me that sweet juice.
And then you launch and begin make your way towards Mars. Okay, and well done. That
Get
was
your ass to Mars.
that was the end of chapter 2, which was actually called. Each of these chapters actually have names. I'll tell you now: Satellites and Secrets.
We didn't rush beyond extra content, did we?
No, you high rolls and good calls definitely made you skip a section. And that was on the moon factory to figure out about the the maker of the bugs, the bug that was on your ship.
I like a good bug hunt, I must admit.
The also the bugs you discovered on the actual Vector security guard, like in his body, subdermally, and the one that you found on this hidden on the ship.
We saved at least one life.
Yeah, he got. I mean, you set him free. He was alive, but you also discovered his bug.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on the way back to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars. All right, cool.
Okay, so this is an interlude. It takes a few days to get to Mars. So what that means is you guys can repair the vessel. Not that you need it, I guess. You guys made it out without a scratch. You can make modifications such as put together the armor, right? You can also do maintenance, and you could do other interlude activities as well.
Interlude activities. Oh man, stop it.
Interlude activities. Yeah, I'm interlude. But yes, well done, guys. You destroyed the Scrimshaw. The Scrimshaw did not have torpedoes. You plied this weakness against them to great effect, it seems.
And we had a better pilot.
Oh yes, good point. If the pilot was not able to keep his distance, I would have been able to do damage. That was very important that you guys were able to keep this pilot at bay, and he had pretty good bonuses. You know, just the luck of the draw. It just didn't happen.
That's the way she goes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get the armor working.
What's your bonus to engineering?
2,
And what's your intelligence?
4.
Okay. How does assistance work?
He's got the brains, y'all.
You want to help him with the armor?
Don't bruise that prefrontal cortex.
My skill's higher, but I can help him.
Oh, you got a specialty in what?
I have engineering 3, intelligence 4.
All right, then you should do it then.
You guys should like invent some shit or something. Hmm.
Yeah, you guys work together.
I'm starting to think I am superfluous to this crew. I contribute nothing in space combat, and I am the second best engineer.
Well, I don't contribute to space combat either, so we're even there.
Broken hearted. I am sorry, brother.
No, it just means you have more engineers.
Yeah. I mean, it's kept us ahead of the game so far, I'd say.
So does him assisting give a bonus? Or how does that work?
I looked up assistance and it was. Hang on, let me see. They're talking about basic assistance. That's hilarious.
Hot, 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 hot.
You know, assistance really depends on the task and how hard it is. But this is not. I'm not looking at this. Is not. I'm not giving you a threshold to put together the armor. I'm just gonna say that there's no need to roll. In other words, you guys just have to do it and figure it out. You know, so you just spend time doing it. So we'll say that you spend. Actually, no. Hang on. Was there a threshold? I think there was a threshold. Hang on.
I guess like they probably have to calibrate the thing so it doesn't, do like the thing in Iron Man 2.
Hmm. What was that? What an Iron Man?
Then do you remember Hammer's the other drones? Other
Yeah,
people
yeah.
trying to make Iron Man suits, and it was like spun a guy all the way around, and it looked really
Oh,
cool.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Broke
All
his
right.
back.
Break his poor back. All right, gotcha. Har har. I'm a little slow on the draw. Please forgive.
Okay. Okay, so did you guys want to do anything or add anything to the journey?
I'd like to make a weapon if I can.
Oh, yeah, sure. What kind of weapon do you want? So you guys put together the armor, I take it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Oh,
work
yeah.
on that. But what do you want to make?
A heavy melee weapon.
Oh,
That
like a
sounds
sword?
Let me give you a sharpened piece of metal.
Like a blunt weapon, like a mace or something. Two-handed. It has to be two-handed, so it has to be like a big
He's
hammer.
old school, you don't judge.
Huh. You have also just be aware you have guns.
Yeah, but the armor gives a plus 10 strength bonus, and that's plus 10 damage.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you make a sword, huh?
Yeah. You have to roll for it?
Yeah. I imagine so. Okay. So you've used 3 stun points towards the activity. I imagine you are successful at creating a sword.
Is it?
Hammer.
So what's the process of creating a sword in the future? Are you like hammering at a forge in your workshop, or is there some other thing going on?
No, he's using like a printer.
Oh, okay.
But he's programming it. That's how I imagine it. Sorry, I mean, he could also be hammering away. I suppose he could be cold welding. I don't know. In space, making it in space. But I like the idea that it's being put together by a fabricator.
Mm. It's more high tech than I pictured. All right.
Well, it's still a sword. Or a mace. You said a mace. Sorry, I keep saying sword. It's a mace.
Oh, I did my thing.
All right. Did anybody else want to do something?
No, what Adam's like, he's probably making sure the ship stays on course.
Yeah.
He would just like do some, he would just read up on some self-help books on like communication,
Okay.
how better to communicate with people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you find a few things in the database that you can read.
At some point, Leclerc will probably notice and compare notes because he's kind of been doing the same thing. He said, he shows him like some videos that he's been using to like role play, talking to people and stuff like that.
Oh, right on. Right on. Diana observes your behavior quizzically. She says, "Well, it's been a pleasure working."
Likewise.
She says, "Are you happy to be going back to Mars?"
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay, so and did anybody else want to do anything else before we move on?
Yeah, Sabo would try to make contact with the OPA.
Oh, okay.
Subterfuge, like, all in Mosquito.
Okay. You send an encrypted message to your OPA counterparts.
Yeah, like, what do you want me to do? Like, holy shit, the fucking cosmos is going crazy. Do you want me to do anything?
Yeah, the message comes back. It's like, track down the proto-molecule. Get it for us.
Hell yeah. That's what I figured. So I'm on the hunt, baby. Make sure they know I'm on the job.
I believe you. I believe you.
What?
I believe you.
Right. Good. You better. All right. So yeah, she just makes contact, tries to find out what the next step is. She's sort of like at a loss. She's not a big brain type of character. She's sort of looking for some leadership here.
Sorry, say again.
Me?
Yeah, I was making an adjustment. I'm sorry.
Oh, no big deal. I was just saying she
Hey V, how's it going? Good evening.
real simple here. She's just doing what she can, fish out of water wise.
Oh, so because she's going to Mars? Are you going to Mars?
No, I just mean, well, are we going to Mars? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been asked. Diana asked us to take her to Mars, so that's where we're going.
Okay. Well, then that's happening. I'm stupid.
Can you go to Mars?
Well, I think it's light gravity, so I think I can. I think I'm okay.
Oh, cool. All right.
That's sort of in between gravity.
Cool. I'll take it. And did anybody else have anything else that they wanted to address?
I'm just training, doing maintenance stuff like that.
Okay.
No.
All right. The Anne Bonny slides down through Mars's atmosphere vertically, using its drive for a controlled descent. Her bulkheads groan as she settles into a steady 1/3 G. She'll need a booster assist to climb back out of the planet's gravity well, but Diana has already assured you that she is happy to cover those fees. Small price to pay to avoid the smell of public orbital shuttles, she mentions, while waving away the cost concerns. The Opportunity shipyards sit just outside the Lundris Nova, capital of the Martian Congressional Republic. and bustle with all the energy of Ceres. Ceres. Why can't I say that right now? Ceres, or Ganymede, even before counting the frantic scramble around the adjoining Navy ships. It's been quite the experience, Diana comments as she begins cycling the airlock. Nothing in her voice or face hint if that experience is good or bad. I'll secure a line of credit for you at the dockmaster's office. It should cover the docking fees and your orbital assist, but you'll need to schedule that yourselves. If you feel like sticking around for a week or so, I might have another lead for you, but Opportunity is also the busiest port on Mars, so I'm sure you can dig up work yourselves if you'd rather. In the meantime, you're in Shining City on the hill. Hopefully, you'll get a chance to enjoy it. Okay, so
Hell yeah.
Diane splits off of you,
Party time.
and you guys have +2 income, but you also have another like +3 income from saved up. So you have like obscene amounts of like
total?
money currently.
5 total bonus.
Yeah, which is like ridiculous right now, but it's the only chance you've ever gotten to actually do this since you've started this whole thing. So I'm gonna say, since before this thing, because you never got to spend your money from the last adventure before this one.
The first,
Okay.
The other thing that happened, just being in space, is just you've just been out there, you know.
first thing I'm
So-
going to
so
do is
you're
take
finally-
everybody out for a round of drinks at my favorite local Martian bar.
Yeah. Yeah, Saba is definitely irresponsibly spending.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, you see the sights of the Martian domes, and the beauty of all the, the buildings that they built underneath them, and the bustling Martian life. And you make your way into Mars. So that said, I mean, feel free to also splurge and spend on other things as well if that's what you'd like to do. Before we, continue the game, I guess.
Saba is partying like a damn animal.
Okay, yeah. So you guys, I mean, you guys party and enjoy the sights, but at some point you'll have to arrange for orbital assist from the dockmaster,
Yep.
so that you can get the ship out off of Mars.
And Adam will remind everybody, it's like, we probably want to get extra repair and fuel for our other ship.
Good
We have
call.
2 ships.
We do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
Technically.
Yeah. The other one is
Yeah, the ship that we're on now is not the ship that you started the game on. It's a pirate ship that we stole, sort of.
Do we have crew?
Not other than us, no.
Maintaining it.
Should we
that's-
buy a crew?
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. Just increase our power by like 2 folds.
and then Adam turns to Saba. It's like, what do you think? Should it be Admiral or Commodore now?
I wouldn't call 2 ships a fleet. Hey, bossman, 2 ships ain't a fleet.
All right, Commodore
Gotta
it
make
is.
some progress, you know?
Commodore it is.
Okay.
Commodore Saba's rock.
All right.
Yeah,
Captain
say we,
did.
say we hire another
Captain.
crew.
What was that?
Yeah, let's go. Let's. It might be hard to find one on Mars, but we can shop around.
Yeah.
I guess there'll probably be people.
Yeah, there'll be people. You guys find a crew for sure. How many people you guys do you want to hire?
Is there like a standard crew complement for the freighter-sized ships?
How many do we need?
Now, what if they fuck with us? What if all of a sudden they betray us? Should we have a PC on both ships, and then all kind of other?
Well, it says what the crew complement on the sheet is, no? Doesn't it say?
Well, ours has a crew complement. The Antbody crew 4, minimum 16, max.
16. So that means
4 to 16, like 4 just to make that's the bare minimum you need to make the ship move, and 16 is for it to be operating like at full capacity, like full engineering crew and everything, like basically fully redundant.
Probably want to leave some compartments in case we pick up any more interesting passengers. Maybe we get up. Maybe we get like get up to 12 or so.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Which one do we want to be our flagship, the Antbody or the Liberator?
The Liberator.
Oh wait, it's not the Antbody anymore. It's the Sherlock.
If we have 2
So-
engineers, does it make sense to have one on each ship?
That could work.
Sure, that's fine.
So we just need a pod for the other ship.
Okay, you can do a lot of hiring. You're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah. Is it legal to get weapons installed? Can we get weapons on our original
We're
ship?
on investigation. Let's not waste more than a few days here, if we can. Of course.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah. I guess if we're going to overhaul the ship, that could take a while. What are we looking for?
Like we probably want to restock our weapons, ammo, fuel.
Does anybody else have secondary piloting skills besides our primary pilot? I do
No.
not. Okay.
Alright, so we need a pilot. We got the engineer. We just probably need a second technician for the electronics role.
That's what the crew's for, right?
Another
Yeah,
intel.
Because-
just like basically running over the list of what we might need.
For the engineering folks, do either of you guys have intelligence technology?
I'm gonna say that the way to look at this is you're getting exactly the same amount of crew as you have right now, because you're trying to get 6, right? So I'd say that gives each of you the opportunity to get 1. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's 5 of you. Right, but still, same difference. Like one of you gets 2, and the other could get 1. In other words, you could all like find people that you like and hire them. And bringing your total up to 12, and then 6 could be on the Liberator and 6 could be on the Ambani, the Sherlock.
Alright.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so I presume at some point you're going to go to the Dockmaster's office to arrange for an orbital assist, right? And when you do so, the assistant Dockmaster, Carno Vidal, let me copy paste this in the chat. Carno Vidal Sesame. He looks at the ship's registry and he's like, it'll take 5 days to schedule. And then he's like, you flew in on the Anne Marie? Well, damn. How's Ephraim been holding up? Never thought we'd see him again.
He's doing great.
Oh. Is he here? He looks around.
Oh, he's on vacation.
Vacation?
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere far away.
A galaxy far, far away?
It just says okay, and he just types you in for orbital assist in 5 days.
Alright.
So I'm imagining it's probably going to take us at least a day to like screen and hire crew members.
Yeah, so that's you have a lot of time on your hands.
Mm.
And then
Oh,
so so what else would you guys like to purchase or do or spend time doing?
during one of those days, like Adam's actually going to take the time to like send him like a video message back home to his parents saying like, "Hey, mom, dad, I'm still alive. You're right. Right? I did ended up getting involved with the wrong kind of crowd, but I'm still doing okay. Love you guys. I'll try contact you guys more often. Bye."
Roll me a communication. Yeah, roll me communications. I'm gonna say while you were doing that, you discover. Oh, nothing. Never mind. It was target number 10. So nothing there.
I'm trying to imagine if Varden would have somebody like a family on Mars. I'm gonna say he was like living alone with his dad before he enrolled in the Martian military. So he sends his dad a message that said just like kind of casual like, "Hey, I'm on planet. Let me know if you want to get lunch somewhere."
Oh, also you discover that Laundress Nova is more expensive than the Belt. A visitor's lifestyle counts as one level lower than their income would suggest. So it's like being in the U.S., I guess. The easiest place to find impoverished and basic accommodation is Martinez Town, the industrial neighborhood closest to the port.
Okay.
I mean, it's close by.
Okay.
What is it very like crime real? Probably not, right?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So I guess if it makes sense to you guys, we'll get a couple flats near the tube.
Right on. So yeah, you guys sent to Martinez Town. Let's see. Okay, so well, as you guys get to the port, you guys run into a large gentleman that looks to be an earther, and he approaches you and nods politely, and he says, "I am seeking the crew of the Sherlock." Oh, it's a tall woman. Never mind. That's weird.
How tall are we talking?
I am seeking the crew of the Anne Bonny. I guess 6 foot something. She states more than asks. I represent Mr. Beauregard Guan, a local businessman who is eager to learn whatever he can regarding your travels. If you would see fit to visit his offices in Adderpall, he would be very appreciative. She hands you a stack of transit cards as well as business cards listing the offices of the Honorable Beauregard Guan, minister of the First Reformed Martian Baptist Congregation.
Is he paying?
You invited us to visit.
Information can be expensive.
What was the place where he was at called?
Offices in Adderpall? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess let's roll either perception seeing or intelligence security. I don't know if anybody has those, but if you have those, you can roll.
20 on security.
Target number's 13.
Oh shit!
Okay. Uh, you recognize the gait, posture, and demeanor of a bodyguard in this person. And you spot a stun gun. And like, oh no, wait, that's uh, yeah. You notice a stun gun in the shoulder holster under the coat.
Do I know if that's legal? I imagine it probably is.
Yeah. Well, when did that ever stop you anyway, right?
Yeah. I look at this guy. So why us in particular?
Mr. Guan's brother Ephraim last left Mars aboard your ship and has not been heard from in over a decade. He understands you may not know Ephraim's whereabouts, but he is sentimental and eager to learn whatever he can about your vessel's history.
Hmm.
Thanks. We'll consider the offer. I take the card.
Oh, Mr. Guan, she gives it to you, but she says Mr. Guan prefers discretion in his family's dealings. But
Fine.
once he has taken your measure himself, he may be willing to discuss matters remotely.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay. The transit cards she offered you are tied to Prime Transit accounts, allowing you to not only use the city's tubes but also call courier carts if you don't want to travel among the masses. A courier cart is a private but also slower and requires a 10-minute wait for pickup. Okay, so that's just some information about what you were given or granted.
So we got a limo, pretty much.
Cool. This guy gave us a limo. Although he might be annoyed if we drive his limo all around the city for like 3 days and don't contact him.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Is that what you guys want to do?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Mm,
Probably shouldn't make any more enemies.
We might get useful information about the ship.
Yeah, we're also, if we come to visit him, we're kind of putting ourselves in his hands.
we should
Just-
probably make sure all our stories are in sync.
Did it say we had to go unarmed?
She didn't say anything about it.
No.
But I mean, if we go in armed, they'll probably just take our guns at the door before we talk to the guy.
Bring
I don't have guns. So.
concealed stun guns.
Oh, I think I'm the only one that actually has a taser on them.
I also have a taser, actually.
There aren't more on
That
the
makes days of you.
Aren't there more on the ship? Got to be an armory, right? It's a pirate ship.
Good point. Do we have more tasers?
Yeah, if you want, sure. Yeah. It's not hard to acquire stuff like that. I'm sure guys you've fought and taken equipment from have had them.
Alright, so we give everybody a taser. It's a d6 plus perception damage. If anybody wants to write it on their sheet. I don't know if the stun is like a special thing. I don't have rules for that.
No, there's something to it for sure.
Hold on.
See, stunning weapons does penetrating damage, so it ignores armor.
Right.
But inflicts 1 die less damage than a comparable lethal weapon, which is the 1d6. If a target's taken out from a stunning weapon, they cannot have the dying condition applied to them. So there is stunning. But it does less damage. want to go visit this guy?
Yeah. So it'll be a 1d6 cluster perception. Penetration.
Yeah, so we go.
Alright.
All right, who's wearing the power armor to the meeting?
Who's actually trained in it?
Nobody.
Yeah.
What's the requirement?
You have to be trained in it because you actually know how to make the ship, like the suit, do the thing. That's why, like, Bobby was the only member of the Rossi that could actually use the power armor.
I guess no one.
Yeah, there's no actual rules in the game, as far as I could tell, for who can or can't wear power armor.
Yeah, but more importantly, like we could even. You're on Mars right now, and you have a lot of money. You could get somebody to teach you.
That's
You
true.
could figure out a way to learn.
Want to pay for training?
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't be wearing it now or in this place. It would be weird.
Yeah, people are going to more than raise some eyebrows seeing somebody in Martian power armor, which is a Martian military power armor in the middle of Mars.
Yeah.
To be done where anybody can see, and where are you going to have a better opportunity to get trained in Martian power armor than on Mars?
Right. But if you walk around in the station with it, a bunch of other people with power armor will probably show up and demand to know what you're doing with it.
Mm-hmm. And they'll
Yeah,
start asking questions about like how we got it and everything.
And then you'll lose it. And that's how you lost the power armor that the game was trying to give you. But do you want to visit Guam? Is a question. Not all the questions, but also you're going to get power armor training, so that's happening as well. But are you going to visit Guam at some point, or do you want to? Are you intrigued by that? You
Well, first of all, do we
theoretically also avoid it.
do we also? I missed a lot of the pirate crew interactions. Do we actually know what happened to Ephraim?
No, you don't know his story.
Is there a way? Can I
But,
like
mean,
try to check the ship's logs and find out anything about him?
Now that's a question. Okay, I need you to roll. With that in mind, I need you to roll a decryption. Hang on, it's a challenge though.
Okay.
You just opened up a thing. Here we go. Okay. No, hang on. Give me a second. I'm looking for a note.
No problem.
Here we are. Okay, this is very difficult. Decrypting the files is best handled as a plot device. You may also run it as a target number 17 intelligence decryption advanced test with a success threshold of 15 and an increment of 1 day. So it's very difficult to crack what's going on with the Sherlock drive. There appears to be something like as you let go to check the systems for information on the Guans and Ephraim, you discover a layer of a partition and a layer of the drive that you had not seen before. And you also discover that layer of that drive is encrypted. And it's very difficult to access. Do you want to try?
I think I'm gonna hold off until I've spent some time studying decryption techniques. Unless you guys think it's urgent, should I try to do it right away, or it's probably gonna take longer than we're here anyway?
Let's wait.
Okay,
Shit.
that's fair.
So let's go see Mr. Guan then, I guess.
Okay. The golden butterscotch sky of Mars shines through the transparent far wall of this palatial office, overlooking Adderpall's wide streets and parks below. The neighborhood drapes itself in the weight of history, even though its actual tenure is as airy and fragile as the oak trees growing spindly in the light gravity. The building rises up from the subterranean levels and shares airspace inside the dome with only 4 other structures, providing a god's eye view of the slowly evolving Martian terrain. Behind a carved mahogany desk sits an empty high-backed chair of dark brown leather. A clink of glass and ice in another corner heralds a tall man in a suit and tie hiding behind a highball glass and an easy smile. He steps towards you, one hand outstretched. Mighty glad this music's inappropriate. That's hilarious. Okay, whoever's hearing it, I don't know.
I was wondering.
Yeah, no, it's like totally crazy. It was good up until that point. Mighty glad y'all could do me the pleasure of stopping by. Beauregard Liang Guan. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I guess we shake hands.
Yeah, he's like, dude, like scotch tequila? What kind of drinks do you take? I also have Martian ice melt water. Ain't been liquid in 50 million years.
I'll give that a try. Haven't tried that
Ah.
yet.
All right. All right, all right. And he gives it to you. Would anybody like scotch, tequila? We got the best stuff here.
You got any Martian whiskey?
Does sound good.
Ah, Martian, of course. And he hands you a glass with rocks, no rocks.
On the rocks.
Yeah, he takes out that special water, with ice, and puts it in your drink.
Heavy.
So I understand you looked this up. What can we do for you?
Yusamaran is in the room. This is my bodyguard, Yusamaran, and she was the one that you talked to earlier, who you confronted, who handed you the invitation.
Yep.
5 guards stand ready in the next office as well. You kept track of that when you came in. Let's see. I understand the frontier is a mite treacherous, and a decent man's gotta do what he's gotta do to get by. God will be your judge, not me. And he says, so where did you come upon the Sherlock, should I say the Anne Marie?
Found it.
All right. So which one of us should oh, everybody at once now.
I wasn't there for it, so I don't really know.
I wasn't really there for it either.
All right. I guess that's up to me. So, well, we ran across the antibody more like the antibody ran to us when our original ship got stranded in middle space, and they picked us up and kind of, I guess, is it kind of being press ganged into the crew, I guess? And at the time, it was being led by a Captain Claire O'Rourke. At the time, the ship was renamed to the Anne Bonny, and we ended up working for them for a while. You know, basically, we were working for our passage out, and well, the crew they did things, and well, and they did some things that got them killed, and as the survivors, I guess became, salvage rights.
Have you ever met Ephraim?
I don't think we have, no.
Not as far as I can tell. Like, I don't recall anybody on the anybody calling themselves that.
That's unfortunate. I would like to speak to my brother again.
What can you tell us about his last known whereabouts?
Well, he's been missing for about 12 years, and left after his fiancée, Anne-Marie Sousa, disappeared. Ephraim couldn't handle the humiliation of his love leaving him and the judging stares of the community. Somebody give me a perception and empathy check, or perception, with a target number of 15.
Site-based?
What's oddly written into this?
I got 15 exactly.
That's higher. Actually, not perception C and perception empathy, but we'll say perception, so it'll be in 17. But still successful, and you'll still get some points. Beauregard is holding something back.
Well,
I say, like, the more details you give us, the more we can help you.
Yeah, like, what was your brother like before he left?
So we parted on bad terms after a fallen out. After our parents, Liang and Matilda, died in a crash shortly before Anne left.
Condolences for your loss.
Thank you. How you liking that ice milk?
Not bad, not bad. Well, I could get used to this. But
Hey,
like, what was your brother like? Like, like personality wise, was he like
well,
confrontational, a gambleaholic, you know, a lover but not a fighter, or
roll me a communications etiquette with a target number 12. Okay. He pulls you in close and he says, "I heard rumors of the of the Anne Bonny now the Sherlock being used for illegal activities as part of my efforts to contact Ephraim. But I don't believe him. I would appreciate your crew's discretion on the matter to protect my brother's legacy."
all right. Yeah, we could do that. We don't want any trouble either. Even though trouble seems to always find us.
No trouble, brother.
My primary business is serving as the church minister, but I have several business contacts who may be interested in working with a flexible shipping crew.
Mm, what's the job? I guess find your brother.
Well, we'd have to talk that out, but uh, y'all are basically like family, taking care of Ephraim's baby like you are. Ever since my brother ran off, I've been keeping his place just the way he left it in case he came home. You promised to show proper respect. Y'all are welcome to stay here free of charge as long as you like. Now, I won't take no for an answer. You go get yourself settled in, and we'll see if we can't scare up some work for you. In the meantime, you need anything, you just call Seda. She'll take good care of you, and she nods.
Cool.
Do you take the offer?
What is
I've
in return?
I've assumed that he won't take no for an answer. So
What does he want in return, though?
He wants to give us jobs.
Oh, fair trade.
So do you guys take the offer?
I don't see a reason why not.
Okay. Ephraim's old home is a penthouse 7 blocks from the Guan building and overlooking one of the neighborhood's nicer parks. The spacious apartment features a living room, kitchen, dining room, 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a terrace garden thick with blooming camellias. Okay, here we go.
Freaking sweet.
The building does not impose water rations to residents. 2 of the bathrooms even include large tubs for bathing. And the building includes a bathhouse and pool for residents. And unheard of luxuries anywhere but Earth. Siada also arranges for a respectable line of credit with several nearby food and entertainment vendors, allowing the crew to live wealthy lifestyle. Though this credit account only extends to lifestyle needs and does not affect the character's income score or actual purchasing power, So that after this trip, like your income score will go back down. And for this particular leg of it, it doesn't affect anything. It's just like the generosity of Mr. Kwan.
We'll take it.
Alright.
We'll see how many cases
Pool
of
party.
we'll see how many bottles of Martian whiskey we can smuggle back to our ship.
Pool party. Volleyball. Top Gun style.
You can enjoy the finest elements of Martian culture, music, shows, literature, fine liquor, and discreet company.
What was that last one?
Discreet company.
Did I hear that right?
Oh, yeah. The pieces, you have at least 24 hours before moving on to scene 2, where you can extend to 2 or 3 days if members want to pursue any particular lengthy activities. The penthouse has obviously seen little use. All its furnishings are a decade out of style. No food can be found in the cupboards, and the basins and fixtures are dry from disuse.
I'm gonna kind of look around and see if I can find any of his brother's personal effects that may have been left behind.
Guan pays a cleaning service to tidy once a month, so nothing dusty or falls apart, but nothing about the apartment feels lived in. There's security cameras inside small domes mounted in the ceiling in public areas. Let's see, a more discreet audio.
I'm gonna quick grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Cool. Beauregard had so this is answering rest. Beauregard had most of Ephraim's personal effects placed in storage, though a large family portrait, including teenage Beauregard and Ephraim, as well as their parents, still hangs on the living room wall in a framed photograph of a pretty dusky-skinned woman wearing an expensive dress and an expensive smile sits on an end table in the living room. Anne Marie Sousa, the woman that the ship is named after.
Do we recognize this woman?
No,
Okay.
but
I was
that's the penthouse. You can also investigate Guan. You want to investigate Ephraim Guan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like his brother, Ephraim was a public figure, and much of his life is public record, including a long list of youthful rebellions in his teenage and college years, mostly fighting and drugs. He settled down in his 20s and took on more responsibility for Guan Financial, the family business, from their mother. He returned to drugs and public confrontation following his parents' fatal crash on a business flight from Mariner City, which seemed to destroy his relationship with his brother and fiancée. Once Anne left, he spent what money he had left on a ship and took off for the belt. What little remained of Guan Financial was transferred to Beauregard after 3 years, and what was a paltry sum compared to Beauregard's own net worth.
Alright.
That's Ephraim.
That's an important detail. It means he didn't do it for the money. He didn't drive his brother away.
Is there anything else you guys would like to learn about?
I guess I'll download a copy of his biography data. Any biometrics they might have. Face print, that kind of stuff.
Okay. You can also investigate Beauregard Guan, Anne Marie Sousa, or the Anne Bonny.
Let's investigate the guy that hired us.
Beauregard Guan. Beauregard Guan is a public figure in Landris Nova, and much of his life story is available on the public networks. The Guan family stretches back to the first Martian settlers. They were early investors in the city's domes, making them a part of the first generation of Martian air barons who sold open space at a premium when the planet began to escape from the cramped underground tunnels. The Guans were already a family associated with the Martian division of the Baptist Church, but Beauregard himself found religion as a young man and eventually became a minister of the First Reformed Congregation of Martian Baptists, a popular religion among the Londres Nova upper and middle classes. His megachurches count over 3,000 worshippers who regularly attend the weekly services. He's married with 3 children, though sparse information exists about his family. Okay, somebody can roll me an intelligence, law, or research, or just intelligence.
This is you all for sure. Nice.
Target number is Casey. That's successful. Target number is 15. Oh wait, no, yeah, 13 for that. Including there's an overturned conviction for tax fraud 7 years ago. Several citations for public drunkenness and an assault charge from his college days. A communication investigation test also uncovers stuff. If somebody would like to roll that.
Say communication.
Yeah, communication
I'll try.
investigation.
16 for stun points.
Target number is 15. Rumors from 12 years ago suggest that Beauregard had an affair. He paid considerable sums to cover up, and that it ties to his falling out with Ephraim.
Ooh, did he sleep with his brother's fiance?
Ooh dang, ooh dang.
Oof.
So low, so low.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Roll me an intelligence research or communication etiquette.
16 on research.
Okay, Ephraim and Anne had a troubled relationship, with Ephraim demanding complete fidelity from her while philandering and maintaining various mistresses. Communication investigation as well, with a target number of 15.
Okay.
If somebody would like to, continue on cover information.
15.
Oh, there it is. One mutual friend of the brothers, Simon Patel. If you talk to him, he confirms seeing the brothers together after their falling out. When Ephraim arrived in a fury while Simon was visiting Beauregard, though Simon slipped out before learning anything juicy.
Juicy.
Seeing the brothers together after falling out with Ephraim arrived in a fury while what? And was visiting Beauregard.
Sorry, hang on. He arrived in a fury while Simon was visiting Beauregard, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Though Simon slipped out before learning anything juicy.
I'm using my stun points here. Intuition. GM reveals a fact about the object of your test you could not have noticed or deduced simply by interacting with it.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and confirm your suspicion.
Okay.
There was an affair, and it was with the brother. Beauregard had an affair with Anne.
How much are we getting paid for this?
Not enough, probably. That's
Well, so far we're getting paid in by living a luxurious lifestyle while we wait for the actual job.
we do have a lot of money right now.
Yeah. I'm going to say right now, I'm going to use Adam's ecstatic downfall quality, the what we call irresponsibility, a tendency to overdo enjoyment at the expense of more practical matters. So where everybody's investigating and doing all this stuff, Adam's going to drink himself stupid.
Hell yeah.
It's just like there's probably like a montage, like where like the team's like investigating and he's like every time he flips back to him, he's drinking a different like a different drink,
Was wasted.
and like probably like towards the end, he's so wasted that he's actually talking to the individual bottles, saying just like, "No, you're awesome. No, you're awesome," and
All right, yeah, you guys are partying hard.
yeah,
That's
Adam is just completely shit faced.
For the record, IRL, I don't need to get wasted to talk to inanimate objects. Just saying.
So how do you guys want to move on? There's also some information about the Anne Bonny as well. That requires hacking into low security MCR government records.
Yeah, I'll take care of that. Give me a minute.
Target number 15, intelligence technology. And communications bargaining or deception.
Oh, I think I have a thing to re-roll that. Hold on.
good. I was going to say, this is why we have 2 engineers.
Worst comes to worst, you could use a fortune point to bump yourself up to a 15.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll it. I still failed.
Can you
Fine.
choose, or is that your new roll?
That's a new roll.
Yeah.
So then you can spend fortune points to raise that to 15 if you want.
I don't know. I don't think it's that necessary. What do you guys think?
Can
well,
I
you're
chase your attempt
you probably-
at chase?
Yeah, you probably want to make it so that we don't have the MCRN on our ass.
Yeah.
I mean,
It'll be on our ass eventually.
can I try to hack in again, or like, what should I do? I could try to edit logs and cover my tracks.
Well, yeah, that would be the equivalent of adding fortune points and making it a success.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll spend 3 fortune points then.
Okay. And we need also communications bargaining or deception to secure basic user credentials. And somebody else can do that who's better at that.
Okay, well, I added.
Well,
I'm spending the fortune points, so we're in.
If you do a 4, then you will have you can turn the 1 into a 4, and then you have 4 stun points.
And then follow that what?
And then you have 4 stun points to use. Do do a cover your trail with 1 stun points.
Oh, but you're saying that I should spend another 3 stun points to change the die?
No.
No, instead of spending 3, spend 4. So you just spend 1 more to bump either the 2 or the 1 to a 4, and then you'll have the 4 stun points to use.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So that's fine. You can spend the fortune points to bump yourself up into stun points for sure. That's definitely a thing you can do. But I also need a second roll, and that could be somebody else as well, or whoever's the best at communications, deception, or bargaining. Because that's part of the puzzle, is to get the computer stuff.
What do we get from the computer stuff?
No, you need to succeed at both checks to recover
Okay.
construction records.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. Would somebody else like to take a crack at the communications, deception,
I have 0 points in it.
or bargaining? Anybody? No.
I do as well. I can take a shot if you like. We're not allowed to assist each other, are
No.
we? Get in there, baby. Ooh, not so
Okay.
hot.
So yeah, so you're able to figure out that the records are in a department that's not connected. It's air gapped, like on its own network system, and you go up to talk to the security guards and chit chat with them and maybe grease their palms, but it doesn't work. You can't get in the building. You just can't get in the building. They won't let you in. So you're unable to investigate further about the history of the Bonnie. You'll have to come at this another way.
Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to.
Show some leg.
No, I'm going to use a social engineering tactic, which is I'm going to plant a virus on a thumb drive or some kind of whatever removable media they use on Mars, and leave it around where some employee of this place can find it.
Okay.
And
So
so basically, I'm trying to, if they plug it in the air gapped system, or they plug it into a system that later connects to the air gapped system, then it would try to break into that system autonomously, and send out data.
Okay. So you're gonna have to. Are you gonna build that thing? You have to build it, right?
I mean, it's just a thumb drive.
No, right. But I mean, you have to build the program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna take the time, right?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So you can start working on that. Which requires just to work on a console for, let's say, a day.
Okay.
Okay, and you build this device. Then you take back to the place where you were rejected last, right? The security didn't let you in.
Right.
And then you attempt to leave this device where?
I'm gonna basically follow an employee home and leave a laptop in their car, roller, whatever, suitcase. Somebody who's stealthy could probably do the actual putting it on their person.
Okay, who would like to do that?
I'm stealthy. Saba is stealthy.
So would you like to help plant something on somebody's?
Absolutely. She is specialty in stealthiness.
So it's the device is a thumb drive that he's hoping somebody will plug into a system inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or into a laptop that they would bring inside. Although I don't know if they would do that, but yeah. That's the hope is that somehow they'll get it connected to the air gap system, and then the air gap system is going to use modulated fan noise to transmit a signal that we can read with an acoustic sensor.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
But in order for that to happen, you need to get the thumb drive onto somebody's bag, and then they need to or somebody then needs to plug it in somewhere.
Right.
So am I stealing it or am I plugging
No,
it in?
you have it. You have it. You're just
Oh, okay.
you're planting it on somebody who goes into the building.
Right.
Okay. Sweet, I can do that. My stealth is high quality. I've got like a reroll and stuff. I'm in stealthiness.
Go with some high quality stuff then. Come on.
That's right.
Is it TN15, target number 15?
15 is the difficulty? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm on it. Here we go. Give me the business.
This is a real life tactic, by the way. I think it was invented by an Israeli security researcher.
Yeah, so within moments, a dopey employee eventually puts it in the system because that's what dopey employees do.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really think twice about it. He's like picking his nose and eating a Cheeto, and puts it in, and then you guys get it the modulated fan noise that's then picked up by an acoustic sensor, and it grants you access to the system, giving you some UN records of an altercation with a patrol boat 9 years ago. Though the records are incomplete and does not reference the nature of the incident. After that, the record only lists docking times at various belt stations with suspiciously little detail, as though the records were scrubbed.
Hmm.
So these are times that this is like the itinerary of the Anne Bonny's flights.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also remember, you scrubbed it as well
Right.
when you turned it into the Sherlock. And also, it was scrubbed clearly before it was the Anne Bonny, it was the Anne Marie.
Right. Okay. So what's the name of the? It's a UN patrol boat. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. So we would probably have to go to Earth to find that. I would think, unless it happens to be here in the Martian AO, which I wouldn't expect.
Always the unexpected.
Yeah, no, I don't think that you're. I think it's just the information regarding the boat.
I guess what was their most recent docking? Or well,
Oh well, it doesn't specify. The I think the information that you got was that.
so it seems like this guy was working as like a belter pirate. Rock, do you have any friends who could find out about this guy?
Sounds like my kind of guy. Oh,
You mean Ephraim?
Yeah, because he's docking his ship at all these belter stations, right? Or did that only start happening after the encounter with the patrol boat?
Yeah, I mean, it only says UN records of an altercation with the patrol boat 9 years ago, and it's incomplete. Or it's incomplete, meaning it's been, copied over in such a way that their records at least. You know that there is some encrypted something on the ship.
Right. Can we hire a professional cryptographer from like a Martian university?
That's hilarious. Yeah, you could. You could. You'd also have a difficult time potentially, but yeah, it's possible. If he's not able to do it in the threshold, though, we're gonna roll for him.
All right.
Then you the data is then lost to you. It's a day long. What are your bonuses?
I'm
You get a
plus 2.
6.
I'm not gonna let him try to do it unless he's better than I am. Or sorry, plus 3 for me.
Plus 3. So he would. I would imagine he'd be like a plus 4.
Yeah, probably because he'd be 2 intelligence probably with the cryptography specialty, which I don't have.
Yeah. So you can roll and then just add plus 2 as if you're rolling for him.
Okay.
You could do
Plus
that.
1, you mean, right?
Yeah, the test. So it was
Okay,
was
so that's an
17
8.
with threshold of 15. That's a failure.
Okay.
so
That also does not generate stock points or and so the threshold is a day. So as you work,
Snake Eyes.
yeah,
What's that?
I feel like Snake Eyes. Want to get something? Alright. So,
because he's asking for something for Snake Eyes. Oh
Is
yeah,
it?
you get respect. No, but you work your way into the system and just hit a wall on its failure. So that first roll is a failure. We're going to
Okay.
each test takes about an hour. Okay, so you keep working, but it's like the code. There's so much to sift through, and you start like you pull out a whiteboard and you start writing on the whiteboard.
Uh-huh.
But it's no use. You can't even like Wait, what did you roll that time? Intelligence?
12.
Aren't
Yeah,
you supposed to be rolling, also, isn't it supposed to be encryption?
I don't have the encryption specialty. I'm rolling off of
Does somebody
Varden's
have
sheet.
decryption?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're doing your best.
Well, so
Does
we're adding one because the researcher is doing this, right?
Oh, yes, but even then, the target number is 17.
Oh, okay.
It's like super difficult to decrypt what's on the.
Let's try one more time. If we don't have any success, then we'll hold off and try to finish it later. So I don't think
Okay.
there's like a time limit once we start, right?
No,
It's not going anywhere. Okay. Yeah, we'll finish it later.
yeah, you can't like breach it. The code seems foreign to you. Okay, and then at this point, you receive a message from Beauregard inviting you to dinner at the restaurant, the Palea. It's posh, and reservations are typically booked out a month in advance, but he has you guys there easily, and at best dinner time. It has a dress code, and he points it out in his message, so you're gonna have to get some nice clothes. But he arranges for respectable clothing to be delivered to the suite in the afternoon. And then we'll start with the Palea next time we play next week. The Palea will be how we start game, and thank you for
Moving right
being here.
along.
Hopefully next time we'll get started if we can right at 8. This time, now that we have like a full squad here.
Yeah, I hope not
And
skipping content. Have we skipped anything?
no, besides completely, you've skipped a couple things. One of the things that you skipped,
Oh shit!
one of the things you skipped with is, like I said, the bug maker. That little bit you skipped. You also skipped one other thing. It was earlier, much earlier, and it was in.
Let it be said out loud. I am pro content, in case anyone else is interested.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, but the way these scenes, the way they're set up, is that some of them can be skipped or they can be shuffled. So it's it's actually built into the way it was
He
written.
might catch you again.
Sometimes you just you make you ingenuine something like Russ right now is like, wait, were they sleeping together? Like some of the breadcrumbs were there, but like you have to actually like kind of make a leap at it, right?
Mm.
Which in this case didn't necessarily skip anything, but it has happened in the past. But no, I'll always push more content, but I'll definitely won't make you guys do something unnecessarily. Like if it's just like you don't need to have this encounter, so there's no point. But yeah, we'll start with the Palea next session, which is the restaurant, the really expensive restaurant on Mars that you're about to eat dinner with Beauregard Guan. Okay, everybody. Well, everybody have a good night. Thanks for playing. Cheers, yeah.
Thanks for running.
Thanks for running.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
buddy.
my pleasure. Thanks. I hope
Yeah, happy
everybody
birthday.
enjoyed the game.
Good times always. Thanks a lot for running it. Have a great
Yes.
time. Nice
Yes.
to meet
Cheers,
you
Will.
guys. Good players. Have a great week, everybody.
Good game. You
Cheers.
too.
They're all.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Later.
All right, and we are going to wrap up the stream there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube, or follow if you're watching on Twitch. And I will see you next time. Take it easy.